How could one of the most beloved stars of her generation end up feeling completely alone in the very industry that made her famous? Emma Watson, the actress who grew up before our eyes as Hermione Granger, has revealed that Hollywood wasn't the dream world everyone imagined. In fact, she described the experience of trying to make friends there as bone-breakingly painful. And once you hear her story, you'll understand why those words cut so deep. Emma's first taste of community came from the Harry Potter franchise. For over a decade, she worked alongside Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint, and an entire cast that became like family. 12 years on the same set created a rare kind of closeness, one that felt safe, real, and lasting. For a child actor like Emma, this environment became her blueprint for what working in film was supposed to be like. She truly believed every future project would carry the same sense of belonging. But stepping outside that bubble revealed a harsh truth. Hollywood wasn't Hogwarts. After the Potter films wrapped, Emma entered an industry that operated very differently. Instead of warmth and camaraderie, she was met with cold competition. Cast members weren't there to build lifelong friendships, they were there to climb, to fight for space, to secure their next opportunity. Emma admitted she wasn't prepared for that mindset. She had walked onto sets hoping for connection, but left feeling rejected. The rejection, she said, cut deeper than most people realized. She called the experience bone-breakingly painful, not just disappointing, but emotionally shattering. While others saw Hollywood as a game of ambition, Emma had gone in with her heart open, searching for trust and friendship. Instead, she found herself isolated, wondering why no one seemed to want the same thing. For someone who had grown up in such a supportive environment, it was a brutal wake-up call. When asked if competition, envy, or hierarchy played a role in her struggles, Emma didn't hesitate. She admitted it was all of the above. Hollywood, she explained, is fueled by rivalries, comparisons, and constant measuring up. And unlike many who adapt by building a thick skin, she realized she simply wasn't made for that world. Yet even as she admitted this with her voice breaking, she found a silver lining. Her pain meant she still had a heart. She hadn't hardened. She hadn't become numb. In her own words, "I have a heart left to break." That realization became a turning point. Rather than seeing her sensitivity as a weakness, Emma began viewing it as a form of strength, proof that she hadn't lost her humanity. And with that came a new rule she now lives by: if something costs her peace, then it's simply too expensive. It's a philosophy that explains why she has stepped away from so many parts of the industry that once defined her life. Today, Emma hasn't retired, but she has taken a noticeable step back. Since 2019's Little Women, she hasn't appeared in any new films. And in interviews, she's been honest about why. While she appreciates the success acting gave her, she doesn't miss the other side of fame, the endless press tours, the red carpets, the constant selling of a film as though it were a product. She even admitted that side of the business felt soul-destroying. For Emma, acting wasn't the problem, it was everything that came with it. And that brings us to the bigger picture. Behind the glamour, behind the headlines, Emma Watson's story reveals the reality so few are willing to admit: Hollywood is not built for friendship. It's built for competition. But Emma's refusal to play by those rules is exactly what makes her stand out. She would rather hold on to her peace than sacrifice her heart for the spotlight. The only question left is, if she ever does return to acting, will Hollywood be ready to embrace her on her own terms?